Alright guys, real quick bending video. Watch me either fail or succeed. Because I'm about half and half now. When I first got the Primochill acrylic clear, my success rate was very, very low. Even after watching the tutorial videos. The Primochill bending video on YouTube and a couple others. There seems to be more how to cut this stuff than there is the actual bending part of it. If you've piped anything before, you're probably going to be, you know, already kind of comfortable with making bends and stuff. But when it comes to bending acrylic, it's a little bit different, especially because the heat applied and this silicone insert, which I'm really was kind of let down when I got it. The video I saw on YouTube from Primochill shows a solid core piece of silicone. This is actually tube, so it's hollow. And to me, that kind of, you know, I started thinking I'm having such a, my biggest failures so far have been the flattening of a 90 or a really tight, anything past a 90, a really tight bend, I'll start getting flat spots. And I think I started to blame this tube, and you know, I don't know if that's right or not, because I have gotten better and I've slowed down. You have to really go slow with the heat and make sure you have a really slow bend, because I think I was going too fast, and you know, operator error of course. But one thing I really want to mention is I wish they would have were selling a solid core. To me, that would at least put that out of my mind, that this tube is actually kinking and going flat, and you're trying to make a real tight bend with it. But again, it's probably my fault. So what you do is insert the rod. You can use a little bit of oil, but this bend right now is going to be so short, and it's only going to have 190 in it. Well, maybe 2. You're in the creative process right now. I'm actually gonna pipe the inlet of my GPU. Excuse me here. Let's zoom in on it. The lighting's not so great, but the inlet of the GPU is right above the power supply to the first bottom card there, and then straight out of the pump. And of course there is an offset. It's not a straight shot. So I'm going to make the first bend just past the edge of the power supply there. And then yeah, so we're just going to do one bend real quick. Okay. So what I'm using is my Kawasaki heat gun, and like I said before, you can use a little bit of olive oil, lube up your piece of silicone so it slides. And if you're going to do multiple bends in the tube without removing this, I highly recommend using some olive oil, because once you start trying to pull it out and you have more than one bend in it, you're going to have a real hard time. So just insert it. There we go. And one thing I did do is buy tons of this stuff, so I knew I was going to make a lot of mistakes. We'll turn the heat gun on. I do have some angles drawn out on my piece of plexi here, so at least I can kind of eyeball 90s. Just keep moving your pipe around, don't leave it in one spot too long, or you'll start to bubble the acrylic or get it too hot. There is kind of a sweet spot when you do it. You'll start to feel the tube actually won't even support its own weight anymore. And that's kind of where you want to be with it when you start your bend. Just starting to get soft now. Just starting to bend a little bit. Don't get too close to your heat gun. You know, keep it up about, 4 inches or so. Now it's starting to get nice. You can see it's starting to bend. Starting to wiggle pretty good. Now at this point is where I'm going to go real slow with it. Just barely start to come around the corner with it. Now what I've noticed is actually bending in stages avoids me kinking it. So right there, I've got a little bit of bend to it. I haven't flattened it out yet. It's still nice tube shape. Tube's not distorted. So I'll put a little bit more heat on it. And I'm going to rotate the stuff around. Keep rotating your pipe. It's got a little bit more flex in it. Real slow. That was my mistake before, is I was bending this thing really fast and I would flatten that tube out. And it still happens to me. I am no master bender by any means. I'm almost paranoid every time I bend something because I flatten so many out. This one still has a nice shape to it. You can see right through it too. I mean, with the colored tubing, you're gonna have a hard time. I can see the inside. I can see inside, and look, I still have really good shape to the silicone. So put a little bit more heat on it. I actually want to drop down almost a perfect 90 here. And that just clears the edge of my power supply. But going slow like this process I'm doing now has upped my percentage of good bends versus bad for sure. I got it flexible again. Gonna start to turn around the 90 now. Or this is a 3/4 socket, 3/4 inch socket. Just gonna go real slow with it. You do have to have a bit of patience to do this. This one so far is looking pretty good. Not bad. Still got the nice tube shape. It's not distorted. It's not flattening. Put a little bit more heat and make the final turn towards the 90. About 70 right there. See if you're still recording. Yep. All right. They're flexible again. Just go real slow. And I'm at 90 degrees right there. So what I've been doing is just kind of holding it in place. I'm not tying it off and letting it cool or do anything crazy like that. It cools down pretty quick. This one looks usable. Turn that loud thing off. And keep my lines straight on the... Yeah, still looks like I'm holding a 90. That doesn't look half bad. As you can see. Nice and slow. Even if it opened back up on you, you can add a little bit more heat and bend it again, but you can see I got a pretty good 90-degree turn there. And you can use different diameter stuff, of course. I'm just using a 3/4 deep socket. So, quick video. That's the way I've been bending my clear acrylic from Primochill. Thanks.